Hey, good morning. This is Robert Brown with Hardcore Politics. Freedom on Fire episode of Hardcore Politics is May the 19th, 2017, 10:23 a.m. How are you doing today? And I want to talk to America. And I want to talk to America in general, but progressives, period. Now, I just want to let you know if you don't already know anything about me, let me let you know a little bit about me, okay? I'm from South Florida. Grew up in the deep South. Uh, I'm as southern as they come. But I live in New York City. Go figure. I love this place. And I've experienced everything. I experienced from running in with Ku Klux Klan member to seeing somebody getting killed. I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've been a good kid, bad kid. Good adult, bad adult. Serve my country, but yeah, end up selling drugs on the side to stay alive until I got a job. So I've smoked weed. I smoked weed with a little cocaine in it. Been to jail a couple of times, not a long-term stint or nothing like that. So I'm not what you call a quote-unquote hardcore. Nothing like that. Um, and I'm two-time married, two beautiful women. Um, Father who lost his son, but yet I've had the privilege of being involved in a lot of kids' life. Been involved with my church, working with the kids in my church. One of the most rewarding things I ever did in my life was is working with the youth. And then as time went by, I got more involved in activism as a educator on certain subjects such as uh, before, during, and after arrest. One of my workshops about police brutality and how to confront it, all the way to my Stop Identity Theft workshops that I do for the community to help educate the public concerning identity theft and providing some kind of counsel and protection to them. I've worked all kind of jobs from office jobs all the way to laying sod in the hot summer on golf courses and mansions. So I've been through some things. All right. And so what the reason I'm saying is I'm letting you know I'm a regular dude. I don't have the best stellar education in the world. Honestly, I don't. I'm not cum laude. I'm think the Lord. Took a couple college courses, ended up getting a girl pregnant and dropped out to try to help her out. So I'm just a regular dude. But one of the things I've always been passionate about is two subjects: is getting people to love one another unconditionally, and also politics. And this is what brings me in front of you today. And I want to talk heart to heart, get some stuff off my chest, because I want you to know a couple of things about me if you haven't already known about me. Um, I'm what you call a progressive conservative or progressive Christians. I don't want to lump Christians in with conservatism because that crap that the Republicans are talking about is not really Christianity. And one of these days, I'm going to do a series on Christianity, whether you believe in it or not. That's your choice. I'm not in there to debate you over that. You have a choice to do whatever you want to do, believe however you want to believe. But the point is, the things that I've learned from Scripture, especially from Jesus' time on earth, were pure progressivism, looking out for one another, taking care of the sick, the elderly, paying your fair share of taxes to fund. So, I mean, I can go all day on that. That's another subject. So this brings me to this point. Right now, progressives are in a quagmire that they do not need to be in. You got people that's so upset with the Democratic Party, and I've been one of them. But I wasn't necessarily upset with the Democratic Party. I've been upset with the Democratic Party leadership. It's two different things. Not all Democrats are bad. Not all Democrats are corporate Democrats. Not all Democrats are funded by George Soros. Some Democrats George Soros wouldn't even waste his dollar on. Yet I've been a Republican. And there's a lot of Republican values that I still hold, conservative values, but I don't hold the mindset in the so-called heart toward the people, which is really mainly heart toward the corporations that the Republicans have. You know, I've been independent. That's my current stance right now, is independence. And I believe, and there's some things that I believe in concerning grassroots organizing, helping the campaign, getting people into office, getting people elected. I'm very strategic, excuse me, about these things. I myself thought about running for office. Then I slapped myself in the face and said, boy, you must have lost your doggone mind. Because that's something that I don't want to, I don't think I'm called to do. But then again, you never know. so, so why are we here today? I'm a commentator. I'm not a newscaster. I'm not a journalist. Much as I love my man Tim Black, I'm not Tim Black. Tim Black got his own smooth style of doing things. You'll never see me. Well, maybe one day I can learn from him or somebody. Me do interviews and Freedom Fridays and all that kind of stuff with Tim Black. And I may be on an episode of Sold Out one day. I mean, No Sellouts one day. I may, be on that. But let me tell you what I am sold out to. I'm sold out to progressivism. I'm sold out to the progressive basic platform. And we all know the main pillars of that platform. Protecting and bettering our environment. Cradle to the grave education. Single payer health care. A reform in our justice system. A reform in our electoral system. I can go on and on and on. That's what I'm not about. I'm not about ideology and the way people think and trying to control the way people think and trying to change people's views about this and change views about people on this. You are your own person. I mean, in my faith, it said there's come a time when you'll stand before God and give account for the things that you've done, not what somebody else has done. So I am never the type of person to try to tell people how to live their lives. All I can do is be the best, what they call living epistle or embodiment of example that I can be. That's just me. I'm not trying to get you to be me. I'm not trying to get you to think like me. I'm not trying to get you to act like me, talk like me. I'm not trying to get you to vote like me. I'm not trying to get you to follow my lead. I'm not trying to get you to do anything. You beat out 30 million sperm cells to make it to the egg. That is a tremendous token or tremendous success. You are triumphant. You are victorious. You are born a champion. Yes, you. You have your own vision, your own destiny, your own mandate in life. Now, I don't mean to go all secret on you or nothing like that. But I just want you to know who you are. I'm not you, and you're not me. We're not going to think eye to eye. We're not going to agree, but we can agree to disagree. And we can just say, hey, I don't think like you think, but I'm gonna love you. Case in point, Donald Trump supporters. I don't agree with them. I don't agree with Donald Trump. I don't understand how they voted for him. I can understand the need to go against Clinton, but there were other people other than Clinton, like Jill Stein and Ojama Baraka, who I voted for, and people like Robin Levine, who I voted over Chuck Schumer in the Green Party. So, but I still love them guys. Some of you out there hate them. Some of you just straight out hate Donald Trump supporters. Some of you hate Donald Trump. And in this love thing that we're supposed to be in, we can't hate that guy. We can hate his actions, the way he think. But if you're really saying we need a movement of love, peace, and caring for one another, he is included. He's not excluded. His voters are included. His voters are not excluded. Again, I'm not here to get all secret on you and tell you how to live your life. But me personally, I'm not a hater. I'm a lover. Some of you feel like that about Bernie Sanders. I personally cannot, despite the disgusting, I'm going to go ahead and support the winner in the election and him out there campaigning and sheepdogging for her. I cannot neglect the fact of his voting record and his fight for the people. I can't take that away from him. I can't take that away from him that even though he's trying to pull people into the Democratic Party, he's trying to change the Democratic Party. I don't think he's trying to necessarily tell people to join the Democratic Party. I haven't heard him say, I want you guys to join the Democrats. He's not a Democrat, so it would be hypocritical for him to join the Democrats. But what I believe he's doing is he's trying to change the party. And for those who are in that party, he's trying to move on them or apply the pressure on them to go full progressive. And for those who are thinking about growing in that party to go full progressive, Bernie Sanders cannot control how people decide to vote. He can't control how people decide to run for office. He can assist, he can help, he can endorse, but he can't make that decision. Just like he couldn't make that decision for 3 million people who left the Democratic Party. He said, I am going to support the nominee. He said it over and over again. I can't snap my fingers and make people support Hillary Clinton. She got to give them a reason to support. He's still saying to today, I can't make people support the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party got to make serious systemic changes to tell people why they need to vote for their candidates. And they still fail to do it. He is doing his best to try to help them out because he realized that that party has a structure and carries some clout in the Congress, in the halls of Washington, D.C. There's no way of doubting that. And right now, much as I love the Green Party, they don't have that power. Much as I like the rent too damn high, they don't have that power. We're getting to that point. But some of you out here hate Bernie Sanders. He's a sellout. Look, I agree with you. As far as him sheepdogging and trying to reform that party, it's a bad decision. It is a wrong decision in my book. Now, if he feel he can be like Jeremy Corbyn, because Jeremy Corbyn had a fight to transform the Labor Party, fight his way, work on those Labor Party movement members. They did not see it his way, and they tried to apply political pressure and press down him and did the same thing to all those who were on Jeremy Corbyn's side. Sound familiar, right? But yet, through not quitting, through his determination, Jeremy Corbyn changed the Labor Party. And right now, that manifesto that he has is the Shizniks. It is a great template for any party to run on. And not only is he deciding to run on that manifesto, everybody in the Labor Party who's running for office gotta run on that manifesto. Everybody. They're all on one accord. Can Bernie do that with the Democratic Party? I believe all things are possible. Remember I said I watched The Secret. Do I believe that it'll happen now? Am I going to hold my breath on it? No. Am I going to discourage it? Who am I to discourage it? I don't have no plan B. I'm not going to discourage that. If he feel he have a plan to change the party, let him do his thing. I can't convince him. I don't even know him. I met him a couple times. But there's an old saying, to convince a person above his will is of the same opinion still. Stop trying to waste your time trying to convince people. There's too many of us out here trying to convince people, no, don't do it that way, don't do it, and then they don't have a plan B themselves, or they think everybody should do it their way. No, no. That goes back into controlling people. You're a free moral agent with free will. You're responsible for your own decisions, your own actions, and you cannot allow people to make your decisions for you. Not Bernie, not me, not Tim Black, not AJ Goodman, not Debbie, none of us. Not Jamal, not Jimmy Dore, not Cal Kalinske, no, Mike Figueroa. No, there's a whole bunch of other people I haven't named. We don't make your decisions. All I do is talk about the news of the day, give my commentary on it, and when it's time for me to talk about policies and talk about the political movement, I tell you the way I think. I had some person come up here on one of my channels and said, "Hey, Bernie, he sold out to the Democratic Party." My question is, so okay, he sold out. Do that mean you got to sell out? No. Do that mean you got to do what Bernie tell you to do? No. Have Bernie told you to do anything? Think about it. Have Bernie Sanders told you to do anything? Have he told you to support this person? No, he will probably hold a person up and tell them what that person believe in. But it's up to you to go check that person's record and see if they vote progressive, they vote moderate, or they vote like a Republican. And this idea that the Democratic Party is evil. No, the leadership is evil. Some people say that about the Green Party. The Green Party have no guts, no skill, and they're crooking that. I can't say that about them. See, and they say that about the Republican Party. Here's where I'm at right now. You probably not there, but here's where I'm at. I took off the party hats. I don't cuss much. Very rarely you hear me cuss, but you're going to hear me right now. I don't give a goddamn about a party. I don't give a damn about a party. I don't give a damn about the Democratic Party. I don't give a damn about the Green Party. I don't give a damn about the renter. I don't give a damn about parties. And people say, we need to break the duopoly system. Yes, we need to break the duopoly system. We need to break any kind of party system. To me, personally, I'm getting to the point where parties are just that, parties, which means we're a group of people over here. There's a group of people over there. There's a group of people there. What is going on right there is separatism, segregationism. People have that mindset. Now I want to say a couple of things about these PACs or these supports. I'm currently looking at a gentleman in California that's run against Nancy Pelosi, and people tell me, "Oh, he's a Democrat." Yes, he's a Democrat. Of course, he's a Democrat. How can only a Democratic can primary a Democratic in in the elections, in the primaries? I'm glad this guy is primarying Nancy Pelosi. I'm glad that young lady is primarying Joe Manchin. I want them out of there. And this young lady is fresh out the block from the coal mines. Somebody that knows the life of regular people. Somebody who's not so far removed and tainted by money and corruption and things like that. What they call a baby in politics. She's challenging Joe Manchin. And I don't care if she's endorsed by brand new Congress or Bernie Sanders. I don't give a damn about that. If you allow me to use the damn word a few times, I don't give a damn about who's going to push her or back her financially. That's not why I'm looking at her. I'm looking at her because of her progressive policy and what she believes in and what she want to do if she's voted into the Congress and how committed she is to the people. We can't do nothing about somebody running and who decides to support them. Now, if they're going to take big money for corporations, you ain't got to support them. But what if they don't? And what if they decide to run for office? If Justice Democrat decide to throw their support behind them, or the brand new Congress, or draft Bernie, or whoever, that don't mean if you support them, you're down with Justice Democrats, or you're down with our revolution, or that doesn't mean brand new Congress. That doesn't mean that you support those three entities. The way you support those entities, if you decide to sign your line on the petition, and it may be okay for you to sign your line on the petition to scare the crap out of these people on these old school politicians to know they're about to be primary and there's some weight behind it. But that don't mean you got to support them, baby. You ain't got to give them one red dime. I'm not giving them no money, but I support them primary corporate Democrats. I support that young lady who's going to primary Joe Manchin, and I support that brother that's going to primary Nancy Pelosi. This is the shot to get her. I want them out in the primaries, and I'm going to throw my weight behind them. And another thing, not every state requires you to join a party to vote for a person. So you ain't got to be sheepdog into no party to throw your support behind a Green or Red Too High or a Democrat or a Republican. You ain't got to join the party. But if you look at that person individually, you can say, hey, the voting record is solid when it comes to progressivism. They've been fighting for single payer. They've been doing this for a while. They haven't given up the fight. And I don't see where they kissed behind of any kind of politician, corporate donor. I'm going back to them. That don't mean you have to become a Democratic to do it. And even if you did, you ain't got to stay a Democrat. See, I joined Bernie Sanders. I became a Democrat just to vote for Bernie Sanders because in New York at the time, the primaries are closed. We're working on legislation right now to open the primaries by 2018 where we don't have to do that no more. We're working on it right now. Well, I don't have to join a party if I want to vote for people in different parties. But because Bernie Sanders was screwed and Hillary Clinton the nominee, I withdrew my registration as a Democrat, went back to independent just like Bernie did, and I voted for Jill Stein. I also voted for Robin, beautiful, sexy as all can be, Levine of the Green Party. I voted for her. See, nobody tells me how I should vote. Nobody controls my vote. I don't care if you're a politician. I don't care if you're the best politician in the world. I don't care if you're part of a pack, and I don't care if it's you. You don't tell me how I should vote. And if you try to, I'm going to tell you to take your opinion, turn it some sideways, and stick it straight up your... You have your own opinions. You can't control mine. I can't control yours. All I can do is make a statement. Hopefully you see it my way. You can make a statement. Hopefully you see it my way. But I'm not demanding you. And I lost a lot of subscribers because I supported Trump in a couple of things that I thought was good. So I mentioned it and people fell back. Do that mean I support Trump? No, I support the action that he's doing. Like, for example, Bernie has this Medicare for all that he's getting people to sign up. I support Bernie in that. What I look like, I ain't got nothing to do with Bernie no more. He'll sell out. I don't care anything about him and trying to sheepdog because it ain't going to affect me. Is it affecting you? So why are you worrying about it? He can't get me to go back into that party. I make that decision. And he can't even suggest it. And I haven't heard him suggest it. But that's something he got to do. He got to build all the revolution. Cenk Uygur, he got to build Justice Democrat, him and Kyle Kulinski. Nick Brandon, he got to worry about draft Bernie. I've been saying all along, what if Bernie don't want to be a part of it? What you going to do? You going to put somebody into place? And everybody's all on this thing where we got to get this, we have to form a third party. Yes, we do. We need to form a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th party. We need to be not a tyrannical government. I'm saying in this day and age, and I've been screaming it from day one since the election, Our weaknesses is is these party hats. The green people are mad at the Democrats and spitting in their faces, and the Democrats is mad at the Greens, spitting in their faces. Yet there are progressives in both parties, and if they take their freaking party hat and come together, they're bigger than the Green Party. They're bigger than the Democratic Party. They can get more decisions made, more people voting into office, more real progressives voting into the office. You take those freaking party hats off and become a voting bloc. And I've been saying this from sea to shining sea. Get out of your party head. The only way we're going to take back our government, the only way we're going to get Medicare for all, the only way we're going to get cradle to the grave, as Jeremy Corbyn terms it, education. The only way we can really help America is we got to get out of the separatism of party and become a voting bloc. The reason Dr. Martin Luther King can get so much concessions done with LBJ is because he took off his Republican Party hat. And he got down there with the people and they became a voting bloc. And that applied pressure to LBJ to make systemic changes. That's what we got to do. So for those people who want to try to remind me of who Bernie Sanders is, you ain't got to remind me, baby. I know who Bernie Sanders is. That man been fighting for us since I don't know how long. Well, he stopped fighting for us. Well, that's his prerogative. I can't deny what he's done in the past. But according to what I've been seeing lately, he's been fighting for us then. Do that mean you got to join the Democratic Party to support his fight against Trump, or his fight against corporate Democrats in Congress, or corporate politicians in Congress? Anything? Can you show me anything saying that he became a corporate politician? You say we sold out. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, you could say he sold out if he's dedicated to restructuring the Democratic Party. That's the only thing you can say about him. But if you look at his voting record, he's still for universal health care. He's still for $15 hour minimum wage. He's still for cradle to the grave education. He's still for justice reform. He still is. He's still fighting for it. Do that mean I'm going to join him in reforming the Democratic Party? Hell no. That is on him to do. But I will support him as long as he's pushing progressive policies in the Congress to get bills passed on behalf of the progressive movement. I don't see him as an enemy in that aspect. I don't see him as an enemy at all. The corporate Democrats are a roadblock to the corporate Democrats and the corporate politicians, period. Because they're corporate politicians in just about every party. Don't let them fool you. They are the problem. They're progressives in just about every party. And the only way you're going to know whether they're going to be a problem or not is you have to check their voting record. You have to check their stance before they ran for that office, while they're running for that office, or if they held the office before. You have to check their voting record. Yeah, they can claim I'm progressive and, and save the planet and all that, and you can look at their record and find out they dump oil in the back of a farm and stuff like that. You don't know that. It always comes down to the person's record. I'm not an identity politics person. I'm a records person. I check out your fight. I want to see if you are real. That brother that's running against Nancy Pelosi, he is an attorney that fought for the wages for people who were unemployed, who corporations try their best not to give them unemployment. He goes and fights for them. And a couple of other things he's done. That's why I say you got to research. I'm not listening to you because you say they're a Democrat. I don't give a crap about their title. I care about their policies, man. And if you go to his website and look at his policies, and then you'll find out, dude, want what we want. This ain't no shim. You're not going to see in the records that he's taking millions of dollars from Silicon Valley. and that he's a good fundraiser. You're not going to see that with this guy. Looking a little dark up here. So why am I making this video? It's 30 minutes in. Because first of all, I want to reintroduce myself to you that I'm just a regular old dude who work like you work. I work a job in the middle of the night, and I got a business that I work during the day. And I find time to do these videos. I don't have the viewership and things up where I can just do it freely. My heroes are Tim Black. My heroes are H.A. Goodman. Debbie, I can't say your last name. So, look, I butcher anybody's name. These people are my heroes. Do I agree with everything they say? No. No, because I'm my own person. I'm not going to agree with everything. I love my mama. I don't agree with everything she say all the time. Most of it I do, but not all the time. I'm not going to agree with you all the time, audience. Do that mean we need to split up? Are you going to unsubscribe me because I don't agree with you? Then you go ahead and do that now, because I'm letting you know I'm going to not agree with you. Don't mean I don't love you. Don't mean I don't care about you. I'll always encourage you to do what's right for you. What you feel is right for this country. And if you feel like you want to be hands off with Bernie Sanders, fine. You got that right. This is America. But when I say, hey, I'm not going to be sheepdogging that party, but if Bernie has a policy or some kind of law he want to pass, you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to apply pressure on other politicians to be a part of it. And if I can have some kind of way of helping it get through, I would. Why? Because it's a progressive policy that the people need. I don't care who push it. And if I find some progressives who running for office and got a chance to unseat a Nancy Pelosi or Chuck Schumer or you name it, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, if I can support, I would support what's his name, Tim Canova. You don't think I'm not going to support Tim Canova if he run again? And he a Democrat? You doggone right I'm going to support him. I want him to get Debbie out, and I believe he's going to campaign and he's going to work on progressive issues. If I can find somebody who have a strong chance of unseating Joe Manchin, I'm going to support him. I don't give a crap what party they in. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to look at the person's record, and I'm going to say, in the Democratic primaries, me personally, okay, this is not you, this is me. Me personally, if I see somebody that has a chance to knock off a Chuck Schumer in the Democratic Party, I don't want to wait till the general. I want to hit him hard and get him out in the primary. I don't want him to get even close. I want to Eric Cantor his butt so fast. So if I can find somebody that the strongest progressive candidate that have the chance to knock off Chuck Schumer, I don't care if they're in the Frog Party. I'm going to vote for them. If they're in the Democratic Party, I'm going to vote for them. I'm going to find some way to get that person. And no, I'm not going to go through Justice Democrat. No, I'm not going to go through Brand New Congress. And no, I'm not going to go by Our Revolution. I'm going to personally send my money to that person, because if he is a real progressive who vote progressive, and get this stuff out of your mind that all of them tainted. That's just like when I was coming up in that redneck neighborhood, people always said black people always are violent. Black people will always steal. Black people, you always got to roll up your windows and lock the door because they'll jump in and kill you. Stop. You don't know that. You don't know every Democrat. You don't know every Republican. You don't know every Green. And you don't know every blue. You don't know. You don't know. So stop saying that. There are a lot of good people in every party that want to do right. They got in the office to do right. There may be a difference in philosophy, but not all of them are corrupt. Not all the Democrats are corrupt. Not all the Republicans are corrupt. Not all the Greens are corrupt. And let's just face the fact, we all have been tainted with corruption in some way. Yours may not be money. It may be eating too many slices of cake. That's corruption. Let me stop. People. Let me tell you what I am going to do. If I can get a chance to get Nancy Pelosi, been in there old as Methuselah, don't have no way of legislating no more. All she can do is raise money. If I can get her butt out of office by getting a progressive to run against her, I'm going to support that progressive. And I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it through Justice Democrat, and I don't have to. I'm not going to do it through Brand New Congress or Our Revolution. I'm going to do it as an individual person running for office that I want to see them take down Nancy Pelosi. Same thing with Joe Manchin and any other punk politicians that sold out to their donors. I'm going to vet them and I'm going to check them. I'm going to check their record. I'm not going to go by what you say. I'm not going to go by what Tim say. I'm not going to go by what Debbie say. I'm going to check them out for myself. You got to check things out for yourself. Sure, you want to trust people like me. Don't. You make those decisions on your own. You come to that conclusion that I'm not going to vote for this person or I'm going to vote for this person on your own. I'm glad Tim had Ro Khanna on there. I want Tim to bring more people on there so they can just tell it like it is. And sometimes that helps you even make a decision not to vote for them even more. But if they wasn't on the show, you wouldn't have gotten to that point. And some people may not be to the point where you are, but yet they need to hear from this guy because they're interested in voting for progressive. But they're easy to vote for this progressive. But once that progressive start talking and talk about things they've been involved, they may say, "Oh no, ain't no way I'm going to vote." So Tim, I appreciate you opening your panel without bias, fair and balanced. You got Fox News beat, bro. So anyway, I'm done. I just had to get that off my chest to let you know who I am, where I'm from, and my stance as a voter, my stance as an American, my stance on being dedicated to progressive policies, and my determination not to let a party get in the way. I've taken off my party hats. No more separatism. No more nepotism. No more favor. Some people favor the Green over Democrats. Some people that's in the Green Party hate the Democrats. The Democrat hate. Look, if you're progressive, get out of that. Take off your party hats. The only way we're going to move policies on behalf of the progressive movement, got to take off the party hats. Got to take them off. And you personally find a candidate that you believe that has the strongest progressive position, the strongest progressive track record, and you're able to possibly participate with this person and see him or her in action, then you make your decision. You don't make your decision because Justice Democrat, nobody else said it. Make your decisions on your own. This is your vote. That's why I would love to tell, Bill Maher, shut the hell up. Worry about your own vote. Don't let anybody influence your vote. Sure, you can listen to people and get a good idea on which way to go, but you make your own decisions. It's one vote, baby. And it's yours. Anyway, I'm Bob TV, Freedom on Fire, Hardcore Politics Edition. I'm done. My background just fell down on me. Anyway, I love you guys. Peace. Stop laughing. Peace.